Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa, and I've got a bit of a question for you today. If you could improve Overwatch in one way, what would that be? Now, I think there are a load of ways in which the game can be improved, but I think a lot of the answers are probably going to center around how your experiences have been. So maybe you've got issues with, I don't know, the way the matchmaker works. Maybe you've got issues with certain characters. Maybe you've got issues with certain maps or game modes or anything like that. But I want you to kind of think beyond that as well. Think about something which Overwatch or Blizzard could implement into Overwatch that would actually make the game much better. So I think for me, my answer to this question would be I would really, really like a clan system. I'd like a system in the game which would facilitate a lot of different stuff. So much like a guild in World of Warcraft, I suppose, but obviously calling it a guild in Overwatch, well, that wouldn't really make much sense, would it? So a clan kind of makes a little bit more sense, you know, more FPS, I don't know, whatever they want to call it. But what I'm after is a group of players that you can get together and you can put them into your clan. So you have like a clan tag. Again, this is very traditional when it comes to FPS games. You have like a little tag next to your name, and that's your clan tag. Well, I think what I'd like to see is a different queue for complete teams. Okay, so if you've got a full 6-man stack that is part of a clan, now all of this idea centers around the idea of a clan or a guild. So maybe you've got like a guild hall or like a clan hall, or, you know, like an Overwatch base, you know, like Watch Point Gibraltar. Maybe you've got your own kind of Watch Point base. I think that would be a really cool idea. But imagine if you could then have, say, 12 players, or maybe you could have like unlimited. Oh, no, you'd have to have a limit, right? So let's say 12 players in a clan. This is just because I want it to be registered as a competitive team. Now, actually, I think I just want to reel back what I'm saying here, because I think I'm getting a little bit confused here. What I actually want is two different things. I want a guild kind of clan system, but then what I also want is a separate ranked queue or competitive queue for complete teams. So you could have a guild. Let's say we had the Unit Lost guild, right? So unlimited amount of members, loads of people in it. It's a place for you to talk within the game, place for you to find friends, place for you to group together and play. That would be great. That would be awesome. That would save us from using things like Discord or looking on forums and things like that to try and find people to play games with. In fact, it would be really great for something like Unit Lost because we've got a big community and everybody could play together. But on the other hand, what I would like to do is be able to queue teams for full 6-man ranked games, because there is one thing which annoys me a hell of a lot with Overwatch is when you're playing in a 6-man team, or if you're playing in like a 4-man team or a 2-man team, if you come up against a full enemy team, it is so annoying. So if I've got 6 people on my team and I come up against 4 people on the other team who are together and then 2 randoms, well, we've got such an advantage there that we will win the game, and we almost certainly just win the game. And it's like, oh, and I think that would happen at any level range. That's why I'm not, well, any ranked rating. That's why I'm not really mentioning the rank rating too much at the moment. So yeah, it works in that way. The other way is if you're playing with one of your friends or 2 of your friends or maybe 3 of your friends, so you've got a 4, and you come up against a complete enemy team. Now, the reason why it is so imbalanced when it's like that is because that full 6-man stack will almost certainly have full voice comms. That means they're going to be talking to each other. That means they're going to be making calls. It probably means that they're playing specific roles as well. So they'll have support players, tank players, hit scan DPS players, which, in case you don't understand what a hit scan DPS player is, that is somebody who would play like Soldier, McCree, or Widowmaker. These are characters that rely on you getting the crosshairs right on the target and landing the hits immediately, whereas projectile characters would fire a projectile, so you kind of have to aim them in. I mean, there's debate as to which actually takes more skill, but none of that really matters. Like, what I'm saying is, if you come up against a 6-man, it is not really going to be fair if you don't have a 6-man. What I think League of Legends has got this system. I don't know whether they've still got it. They must have. It's been so long since I've played it. But you could register teams, I believe. But what I would like to do is, say I had a team and it was called, like, I don't know, Unit Lost Overwatch, right? And it was just a team. And you could get maybe 12 players, so you had substitute players. And only those players could play together in a ranked league. That would be so much better. And you could actually go further beyond this as well. What you could have is like a competition system inside the game. Now, if you look at StarCraft 2, which is a Blizzard game, obviously, that has the tournament system that's built into it now, like the weekly tournament thing. I think it's weekly, or is it daily? I don't know. But there is like a tournament system built into that game. I'd really like to see that in Overwatch. I think that would be really, really good. Like, can you imagine having like various tournaments that run in different regions that you can just play inside the client? I'm not talking ultra high-end esports tournaments, because there's loads of them that go on. What I'm talking is just a tournament that anybody can take part in. You know, like, I think in StarCraft 2 it's broken down by division. So I think if you're like in Silver League, you could play in like the Silver League competition, and if you win it, then I think you get like a little badge or something like that, you know, which is great. I mean, in Overwatch you could get maybe a little spray, or you know, maybe something next to your name, kind of like what they do for the top 500 system. I think that'd be really cool. So yeah, what I would like to see is, well, in fact, let's expand on the guild idea or the clan idea. I would really like a watchpoint style base, which you could kind of customize yourself, right? It's kind of funny. This is sort of going back to the MMO roots of Overwatch, because we all know that Overwatch is the remnants of a project called Titan, which was actually going to be an MMO, which Blizzard scrapped because obviously they probably thought, well, we've got World of Warcraft, we don't really want another MMO, and then Overwatch came from that. So I think it would be really great if we had like a system where you could trick out your guild hall, kind of like Warframe does this, where you've got, oh, are they called dojos or something? But I know in Warframe you can have like a base, and you can build stuff in your base, and then you can go out and collect stuff and all that kind of stuff. You know, you imagine Overwatch if instead of just getting loot in the crates at the end of the game, so sprays, voice lines, skins, imagine if you got resources, and you could pull those resources together into like a clan style bank, which you could then spend on stuff to upgrade your watch point, or your, it would be called a watch point, surely it would, because that's what the Overwatch bases are called, I'm pretty sure, in the lore. They have various watch points around the globe, and then they operate from them, and obviously we've got the watch point Gibraltar map, and I think when you play the training ground, I think that's watch point Antarctica, I think, because it is in the snow, and I'm sure in the lore it refers to one being in Antarctica or something like that. Or maybe that's where May was. I think it's something to do with May. I think May was froze there, something like that anyway. But yeah, I'd really like to see that, so I'd like to see some sort of crazy guild system, which is kind of like a clan system, but it's got like some sort of watchpoint style guild base attached to it. Then I would also like to see a different ranked queue, because just playing solo queue, or playing in the dynamic queue that Blizzard call it, where I can play with 4 of my friends and it will just match me with 2 other people on our team, but we might go up against the 6-man. That's not really fair. I mean, that way it just isn't fair, because Overwatch is a team-based game. You can have really outstanding players on your team, but at the end of the day, it needs a complete team unit, a team push. The team have to play together, because if they don't, then, well, you'll probably lose. It doesn't matter if you've got the best, like, DPS guy or the best support or whatever on your team. You will still lose. You have to play together as a team. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to be really interested in reading the comments on this video, because I want to know how you would improve Overwatch. What would you add to Overwatch? How would you change it? Is there anything that you would like to see maybe removed? Or, you know, just go crazy. Just go absolutely crazy. Let's see what kind of ideas we can come up with. But I do think I would really like a guild system, and I would also like a full separate rating system and queue system for teams, so that would be much fairer then, because it's teams against teams, and then the teams get rated sort of together as a whole. I think that would be great. Alright guys, I've been Stylosa, this is Unit Lost. If you like the video, then like the video, subscribe to the channel and all of that good stuff. Tell everybody you know about Unit Lost. It is a magnificent place to be, and yeah, I'll catch you on the next time guys. I'll catch you on the next one, not the next time. Yes, toodaloo, goodbye.